Hey everyone, and welcome back to This Explainer. Today we are diving deep into a detailed walkthrough of what literally has to be the most colossal, village-feeding culinary operation ever caught on camera. Seriously, we're looking at source material that documents an all-girls team taking on an agricultural and gastronomical challenge of absolutely staggering proportions. The sheer scale of the ingredients we're about to analyze, it is genuinely mind-boggling. I mean, we're talking incredible logistics, heavy machinery, and some serious next-level teamwork just to even conceptualize making a single meal for an entire village. So, strap in, because we're going to break down the mechanics of this total culinary marvel.
Right off the bat, let's dive into this. Is this a chili or an iron pole? That is an actual genuine question asked by the cooks on the ground as they're just trying to break down their ingredients. You know you're in for an epic challenge when your produce feels like industrial building materials. We are dealing with vegetables that are so tough, so resilient, and honestly so unbelievably massive that they completely defy the standard laws of kitchen physics.
All right, let's get into Section 1, the giant vegetable harvest. Talk about a logistical nightmare.
So, I really want you to ask yourself this. How exactly do you transport a giant okra? According to our source material, you definitely don't just toss it into a woven basket and casually carry it on your shoulder. No way. The cooks explicitly note that an okra of this magnitude literally requires a tractor to move it. A tractor! Just imagine the sheer horsepower needed to haul a single, massive vegetable all the way across the village terrain.
And you know, the stakes here are absolutely immense. If you dropped this giant okra during transport, the immediate fallout is that the entire village is forced to eat okra for a year. That is the intense reality of this harvest. Literally one slip of the hands, one slightly tipped tractor, and boom, you've inadvertently locked the entire community into a mandatory 365-day okra diet. It's basically a high-wire act of agricultural transport.
Plus, the environmental impact of these massive vegetables is equally staggering. As the harvest continues, the team actually issues this dire warning. If the chili rolls away, the whole field becomes spicy. Just think about that for a second. A single misplaced ingredient here doesn't just ruin a recipe, it literally alters the landscape. The capsicum levels are so highly concentrated in these giant peppers that a rogue chili rolling down a hill could fundamentally change the soil's flavor profile for miles around. It's wild.
Moving right along to Section 2, preparing the tough ingredients. Time to wrestle the veggies.
Just look at the stats on these ingredients. They read like opponents in a video game. The onion is described as mountain-sized. It's so huge that just washing the dirt off literally empties entire village water tanks. Then there's the chili, which the cooks joke must go to the gym because it's as hard as that iron pole we mentioned earlier. And the okra? Well, it's so dense and strong, they speculate it might actually be a gym trainer itself. We're dealing with vegetables that have iron-like strength and, apparently, serious workout routines.
And the collateral damage of slicing these behemoths, it's basically a localized weather event. Once that giant onion is finally pierced, the sheer volume of gas released will leave the entire village in tears. The irritating gas from an onion of this size isn't just a minor nuisance for the chef, it is a full-blown atmospheric condition that the whole community just has to brace for.
But get this, the chili preparation is somehow even more intense than the onion. The team flat out declares that a bulldozer is required just to cut it. Let the absurdity of that sink in for a minute. When you're preparing dinner here, you aren't reaching into your drawer for a trusty chef's knife, you are calling in a contractor with heavy construction equipment just to make a dent in your ingredients. It is an unbelievable testament to the sheer toughness of this mega harvest. Which brings us to Section 3, the mega frying process. This is where extreme teamwork comes into play.
So let's walk through their procedure, because this operates way more like a high-stakes industrial operation than any standard recipe. Step 1. Pour massive amounts of oil into an impossibly large wok. Step 2. Add the giant tadka, or tempered spices. Step 3. Mix with full power. And hey, this isn't some gentle, delicate stir. Getting that giant okra evenly coated in the oil and spices requires maximum physical exertion from the entire crew.
The sheer volume of that boiling oil is just staggering to witness. Actually, one of the cooks makes a brilliant observation here, noting, the oil is also saying, "Stop it, sisters." I absolutely love this hilarious personification. This culinary operation is on such a mammoth, overwhelming scale that even the inanimate liquid ingredients are practically begging for mercy as the massive pan fills to the absolute brim.
But, they don't stop. They push right through the danger because now comes the real tadka.
For anyone who might not know, the tadka is the absolutely crucial theatrical moment in this style of cooking. It's the blooming of spices in screaming hot oil. And at this giant scale, dropping those spices into the massive pan isn't just cooking, it is an explosive, high-stakes theatrical event.
Because the pan is so enormous and the stakes are so ridiculously high, the team literally has to synchronize their physical movements. They initiate a strict countdown. 1, 2, 3. And right on 3, they thrust their giant utensils into the pan and mix that giant tadka with absolute full power, making sure the vibrant, spicy colors disperse evenly through the mountain of okra. It is a total masterclass in coordinated effort.
Finally, we hit Section 4, the final village celebration, a truly triumphant resolution. The team looks at their finished product and rightfully declares it true village mega cooking. And honestly, fair enough. It is an absolute marvel of culinary engineering. As the cooks joyfully predict while marveling at the rich colors of the dish, a meal of this magnitude and effort is undeniably set to be world famous.
The reaction from the village is just pure, unadulterated joy. As they finally taste the food, they exclaim, "Wow, what a tadka!" The taste of great hard work. You can literally feel the ultimate satisfaction radiating from the team. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with mountain-sized onions, iron pole chilies, and gym trainer okra. And they emerged victorious, delivering a flavorful feast that will be remembered for ages.
But here is the delightful, brilliant twist that makes this whole explainer so fascinating. If you look closely at the source channel's name, Miniature Rasoi, which actually translates to miniature kitchen, you realize the grand irony of it all. This entire time, all of this epic, tractor-hauling, bulldozer-requiring drama was narrated with absolute deadpan sincerity over footage of women cooking with tiny miniature utensils, using vegetables the size of a fingernail. It's a total masterclass in ironic culinary comedy. So as we wrap up this epic journey today, I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. Even in miniature, could your kitchen handle the mega okra? Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in our next explainer.